Dessi City fam, what is up? It is Art and Bobby back at Aldi on the north side of Chicago for another haul and recipe. This time we're talking dinner, right? We're gonna do a healthy grocery haul for making meatballs and pasta, picking up all the ingredients we need here at Aldi. Then after we're done shopping, we'll head back to the kitchen and make my ultimate gluten-free keto meatballs with grain-free delicious pasta that's also gluten-free. The recipe is fantastic. Before we get rocking and rolling, you know the deal. Like, subscribe, share, all those great things. But the most important thing is a bell icon right below the video. Enable all notifications because we have so much content going live every single week. We also have the live stream on Friday nights where we make a recipe from start to finish. Rose, my daughter, pops in, Dessi pops in, hashtag Feed Art happens live. You don't want to miss out. So if we're gonna make my best meatballs ever, we gotta come to the meat section here, right? So Art is standing right next to my favorite ground beef, maybe on the planet. It's the Aldi organic grass-fed beef. Listen, I have videos where I've talked about this a lot, but maybe you guys haven't seen that. If you haven't, this right here is one of the best ground beefs you can buy in the grocery store. Because not only is it 100% grass-fed and grass-finished, it's USDA organic, which is amazing because it's also 85% lean, 15% fat. That means there's 85% beef, 15% fat. I wish it was 80-20 because I like a little more fat, but I'm still great with it. The thing I'm most awesome with is the price. This is the cheapest price per pound at $5.29 for fresh beef out of anywhere. That'll be the base of our meatballs. Now, we need the pasta, we need sauce, and we need the gluten-free filler for the meatballs. So let's go actually right here. All right, we have some really interesting spaghetti options here. They're not only gluten-free, some are low carb, but completely grain-free, and I'm really liking what I see. But really quickly, the kind of pasta I would never eat no matter what is enriched wheat pasta. So this is your typical kind of wheat pasta here, and it's always gonna be made with durum wheat or enriched wheat. This is the simple carbohydrate where they took the whole wheat, they took all of the fiber, the bran, the hull away, so it's just the simple carbohydrate left. This is the kind of carb that really spikes your blood sugar and in my opinion, doesn't offer too much nutrition. But look at this, Art. We have some gluten-free whole grain bean pastas here. We have red lentil pasta. We have chickpea pasta. And then I mentioned that the meatballs are keto, but we can actually make the whole dish keto because if I grab this organic soybean spaghetti, if you're gonna eat soybeans, it has to be organic. Look at this. Because it's soybean, it has so much fiber. We're talking 7 net carbs per serving. There's 4 servings in the container. So this is about the lowest carb pasta you can get here. So that's really interesting. I would prefer actually to get like a red lentil spaghetti, but they don't have that. They only have the rotini here. But once again, it's one ingredient, red lentils. That's a whole grain bean. Soybeans are a whole bean. These are a complex carbohydrate. The difference between this and regular pasta is night and day. So I'm actually gonna get both. I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna get the soybean spaghetti and we'll make that. Now, marinara sauce, right? We have some options here. You guys know my favorite marinara sauce by far is Rayo's, and I usually buy the big container at Costco because the price is half of any other grocery store. But let's see what they got here. Oh, boom, I'm drawn straight towards this. The organic Simply Nature tomato and basil pasta sauce. I think I've seen this before. Let's look at the ingredients together. So we have organic tomato puree. What kind of oil are they using here? I don't see any oil, do you, Art? Wow, okay, so no oil. Otherwise, I like to see extra virgin, but they're all real ingredients here. Now, the only thing I notice here that I'm not in love with is tomato puree. When you look at other premium marinara sauces like Rayo's, Lucchini, it's not a puree. It's actually whole stewed tomatoes, and those are superior. When you get the puree, it could be inferior tomatoes. That being said, this is organic. Rayo's is not, and tomatoes are on the Dirty Dozen list. So hey, let's get a couple of these. For, oh my gosh, look at the price, Art. This is $1.89. Are you kidding me? $1.89 for a, how big is this? 25-ounce container? Wow, wow, wee, wow, that's crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna get 2 of these just to see how I like it. And then we need a filler for the meatball. Traditionally, a meatball would be filled or stuffed with breadcrumbs or panko soaked in milk. The problem is that's not gluten-free, it's not keto, and it's very starchy, simple carbohydrate. So what if we go over here and do something that I actually do in my cookbook By the way, the cookbook still, guys, after 8 months is a #1 bestseller on Amazon, all because of you. And this meatball recipe is straight out of the cookbook. I'll put the Amazon link down below if you don't know about it. What if we replace breadcrumbs with almond flour? The most paleo keto friendly flour on the market. It is blanched almonds that are finely ground into a flour. Look at the price. Now, for a non-warehouse, this is one of the better prices. We're talking about $6.19 per pound. It's about $4.30 per pound at Costco and at Sam's, but it's still a great price compared to other grocery stores. And I love this for baking. I love this for stuffing meatballs and meatloaf. And we're gonna use this for our filler with our meatballs. But I also like to put a little bit of cheese in my meatballs. So let's see what their Parmesan or the Pecorino Romano situation here is at Aldi. Parmesan cheese, here we go. Aged a minimum of 10 months. We got an 8-ounce block here, and price we're talking $3.79. Not too bad at all. Now this is the interesting thing. I'm gonna try to make a low dairy / lactose free spaghetti and meatballs, because something I talk about a lot, and I talked about in the Aldi lunch haul and recipe, is that when you get a cheese like Parmesan and it's aged 10 months in this case, the lactose is removed from the cheese. It still has the casein, so if you're casein intolerant, you can't have this. But during the aging process, the bacteria, they eat away the lactose. Likes that. That's the noise I do for Rose at home, so that cracks us up. The bacteria eat the lactose in the cheese, so it's completely lactose free. Plus, you get that salty, yummy flavor. I was thinking about Asiago, but what did you just say about Asiago, Art? I wouldn't touch it. So Asiago is good too, but Parmesan is where it's at for this. Now, I do like to soak my almond flour in a little bit of milk or cream, but to keep it dairy free, let's get one more ingredient and then we'll head back to the kitchen. Here we go. Some plain almond milk. Pretty good price, $2.69 for half a gallon. That's what I want to see. So, like I said, most breadcrumbs for a meatloaf or a meatball are soaked in cream or dairy. I want to keep this low to no dairy recipe, and by soaking the almond flour in almond milk, it's like going back to its roots. It's like going back to your home, right, Art? We're gonna do that. It's gonna work perfectly. You could also soak them in water. It wouldn't matter. Just make sure when you get almond milk to buy unsweetened and plain. Otherwise, the amount of sugar in here can be high. And vanilla is usually vanilla natural flavors, which is why I like the plain variety. Okay, we have everything for our grain-free, low-carb spaghetti and meatballs. Let's pay. Let's get out of here and get back to the kitchen and make some dinner. Are you ready, Rose? Let's do it. All right. Daddy's back in the kitchen. Rose is my sous chef, and we're gonna make our keto almond flour and ground beef meatballs with low carb pasta using all the ingredients we just got for our Aldi dinner haul from the grocery store. It's actually a recipe from the cookbook, the meatball part is. I call it known as meatballs, and we sub out starchy, carby breadcrumbs with almond flour. It's such a game changer and you won't even know the difference. So the first thing we have to do before opening up the ground beef is get the almond flour hydrated. So I'm gonna shake out about 3/4 of a cup of almond flour and then add some unsweetened plain almond milk and just add enough to make it kind of wet and mushy. For 1 second. It's a cool trick. See, even Rose thinks so. I mean, listen, you could use cream, you can use water, you can use milk, but I want to keep this recipe pretty much dairy free, and by using almond flour, almond milk, you're good to go. All right, we're gonna let that hydrate on the side. Then we'll get going with the ground beef mixture, which starts with, like I said at the store, one of the best quality, lowest price, 100% organic, 100% grass-fed, grass-finished ground beef. So we'll put about 1.5 pounds in the bowl here. To season the meat, I'll add about a heaping teaspoon of garlic powder. Then I'll grab some onion powder and put a heaping teaspoon of that. And then for the oregano, first I'll put about 1/2 teaspoon in my hand, and then to release the essential oils, just crush it in your palm, and it makes it more flavorful. And then depending on how much heat you like, some red pepper flakes. I don't like too much, so that should do it for me. Rose is like, you better put more than that, Daddy. And then for a binder, I'll use an egg. We'll add just under a teaspoon of salt, a few cracks of black pepper here, Parmesan cheese, probably about 3 or 4 tablespoons. And then see how the almond flour soaked up all that almond milk? We're gonna add all of that. And for me, this is the key to making a light meatball, or even for meatloaf, I do the same thing. If you don't have the breadcrumbs, it's way too dense, like a golf ball. Now, the other big key here, Rose, just like you're making meatloaf, is I'm gonna mix it to combine, but I'm not gonna over mix it. If you actually do that, the meatballs, once again, will be dense and heavy. So check this out. As soon as I see the mixture come together, I'm done. All right, Rose, to form the meatballs, we're gonna use Grandma's trick. That is a game changer. Desi's mom taught me this so many years ago, and I love it. So to make sure the meat doesn't stick to your hands, dip your hands in cold water, then grab some of the meat mixture and roll it. And because your hands are wet, look at that, it doesn't stick. Exactly, Rose, it doesn't stick at all, right? Otherwise, you have a big clump of meat on there. I'm preheating a nonstick pan here to sear my meatballs, and then I'll finish them in some warming sauce from that Aldi's Marinara Sauce, and then we'll boil the pasta, and dinner's ready, Rose. All right, the pan is hot. Meatballs all rolled out. Now we have two options of oils that I bought from Aldi to sear in. We could sear in avocado oil, which is a better high heat oil. But I have the extra virgin olive oil, something I typically only finish with, but it's such a good price and it still has that olive flavor. I'm gonna use it. I don't care if it kind of like ruins that delicate flavor of the extra virgin. It's still gonna have a nice olive flavor. So come back here. Let's add a nice big shot of oil to the pan and then carefully put the meatballs in. I'm actually going to do this in 2 batches because if I put all the meatballs in, I would lower the temperature of the pan and they wouldn't get a nice hard sear on there. So I think that's good. And then immediately go down with the splatter guard. All right, let's check these meatballs here. Perfect. That extra step, you guys, of caramelizing the meatballs just adds a ton more flavor before you pop them in the sauce. All right, how's the other side look, Art? Nice. Oh, that is crusty. All right, let's take this and then put it in the sauce, which I brought up to a simmer here. It's nice because the sauce is going to infuse its flavor in the meatballs, and in turn, the meatballs are going to infuse their flavor in the sauce.
You know, Bobby, what you just described here in this sauce pot?
What's that?
It sounds like a symbiotic culinary relationship.
Well said, Arthur. All right, all of the meatballs are in there. You want to keep it at a gentle simmer, and then you're going to want to use your splatter guard again because nothing quite splatters like tomatoes. I would let that cook for 25, even 40 minutes. Anything more is not really necessary. Towards the end, we'll drop our low-carb pasta. In the meantime, I'm gonna clean up. Rose is gonna play with her parchment paper, and we'll see you very soon. Before we cook the pasta, let's add an aggressive amount of salt. That's your only chance to really season the pasta while it's cooking. And then drop that organic soybean pasta in there. All right, now as soon as the pasta is done, you wanna finish the sauce with the pasta. That way they kind of get to know each other. So I have some of the pasta in here. I'll add some of that meatball infused sauce there. And then over medium heat, just cook it for 2 minutes. I know the pasta is going to be al dente, so it'll finish cooking in that sauce and get super flavorful. All right, let's plate up some of this low carb pasta. Put a couple meatballs nestled on top. A little extra pan sauce to keep it juicy. Chop up some parsley. Garnish. And take some of that Parmesan cheese. Microplane it over the top of the pasta. And then take some of that nice extra virgin olive oil and just drizzle it on top. There it is, you guys. A budget-friendly, low-carb spaghetti and meatballs using grass-fed beef and low-carb edamame pasta. This is such a cool company, you guys. They contacted me on Instagram about 6 months ago. It's one of the only sugar-free, no added chemical keto wines on the market, a really small company out of Tuscany. They have a little promo code for us. I'll put that link in the description box. Some of the best wine I've ever tasted. All right, Art, come on over here. Let's eat some pasta. All right, let's crush here. I'm gonna go all meatball for this one. Not yet, Rose, but very soon.
I like that.
I like that, well said. The meatball is so light, right?
Yeah, you know, you put in the almond flour and almond milk really helps.
Makes all the difference, thank you, yeah.
Extra delicate.
Exactly, you don't have that dense golf ball I was talking about. Now, I will say, this pasta is not my favorite. It reminds me of a noodle you might get like in Asian stir fry or a ramen. It doesn't have the heft of like a noodle, like the Trader Joe's pasta that I love. You know, this one, the yellow lentil and brown rice pasta. But the sauce is just phenomenal. Let's do a little cheers here. A little keto wine. And, not the juicy one, sweetie. Fantastic. So we did the breakfast video with the quinoa bowl. We did the lunch salad with the pan-seared chicken breast. Now we did dinner. All 3 recipes came with budget options from Aldi that are not just cheap or inexpensive, they're high quality, best in class ingredients. So this recipe is down below. If you haven't seen the other 2 videos, we'll put them below us in a second. Like, subscribe, share. The only way our channel keeps growing the way it has is by you guys spreading the love. Art and I got 2 more videos below us right now. But Dessi holding the camera, Sweet Rose Honey, the love of my life, Art and I will see you soon. Until then, we say unto like we always do, hashtag keep on cooking, mad love and peace. Later, guys.